of our long range drills. So there's going to be a couple things going on here. So again, remember I was talking about the different ranges. Jesse puts his stick out and I have mine. This is long range, okay, or what we call largo range or largo mano, long hand. So it's where my weapon can touch his hand. Now your mid range is where I can start using this checking hand. And then close range is where we can start employing the puño. Okay, so for this drill, we're going to strictly focus on the long range. A couple things are going to happen. Okay, so our footwork that we're going to use, what we call a false lead. So I'm going to strike Jesse's and he's going to do this, but he's going to get his body out of the range of attack. So his front foot is going to step behind, but his weapon is going to stay forward. Okay, so that's the first thing. You're getting your body out of the way of my opponent's attack, but you're going to be able to strike his hand. And so I'd say there's 4 different sequences that we practice in this, okay? And if you go back and look at the video, you'll get the basic angles out of it, but we're just going to use angles 1 through 5 for this. You can use 8 sometimes if you want. Typically, we do just go 1 through 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed Jesse. The first one he's going to do is called meet the force. And what that is I bring my weapon through. If I'm coming with a forehand, Jesse's going to defend with a forehand, right? And if I attack with a backhand, Jesse's going to attack with a backhand. So you're meeting force on force. So this is what it looks like. If we go down angle 1 through 5, I'm going to attack with angle 1. He gets his body out of the way. He hits my hand. And he comes back to counter. Now what I do is I let my partner step back up, get back ready again in his footwork, and then I'm going to feed angle 2. And then he comes back. And then I feed angle 3. And then I feed angle 4. And then I feed angle 5. That's it. So what he's doing on every time he's defending on meet the force, he's pulling it through, pulling the weapon through, okay? So the next one we're going to do is what we call follow the force. So his defense is going to go in the same direction that my weapon's traveling. So if I start with a forehand, Jesse's going to start with a backhand. So as I come angle 1, he's going to follow the force and pull through. So angle 2, he's going to follow the force and pull through. Angle 3, angle 4, and angle 5. The next one we're going to do is all forehands. So Jesse's going to defend every angle with a forehand, with what we call a witik or a hit and retract. So when I go angle 1, he's going to hit and retract and then come back. Hit and retract and come back. Hit and retract, hit and retract, hit and retract. The last one we're going to do, Jesse's going to defend everything with a backhand. Same thing, it's going to be a witik, a hit and retract. So if I start with the angle 1, he's going to backhand. Angle 2, backhand. 3 is backhand, 4 is backhand, 5 is backhand. So one thing I want to point out here too, these are the kind of keys you want to keep in mind when you're practicing this. So if Jesse feeds me an angle 1, I'm going to get out of the way and I want to come right back. So my goal is, we're going to go in slow motion now. So if he throws this, I got to get out of the way as fast as I can, hit that weapon, and then be ready to counter. Because what's going to happen is he's going to whip that weapon across, and he's setting up for that pullback. So I want to do everything I can to at least try to disarm this, but then when this gap comes in, I have to get in and bridge that gap. So as we're practicing this, we want to develop this response to be ready to come back and keeping our weapon in front.